Please take your seat. Narendra.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Narendra. Please introduce yourself.
So my name is Mazhar.
You take off your mask and put it in your pocket. Feel comfortable and then interact.
So my name is Mazhar Narendra.
Hmm.
I came from Visakhapatnam district, Andhra Pradesh. We are the 4 members in our family. My parents and my younger brother. I did my schooling in my Mandal area and topped district level in my SSC and got selected for the 6 years integrated BTech course in Rajiv Gandhi University of Knowledge Technologies. I graduated in 2017, sir. Since then, I have been preparing for various examinations, including state PCS, NAVAR, and UPSC also. I went till main stage in state PCS and UPSC mains examinations thrice, and NAVAR VADA interview once. And now I am preparing for this EPFO exams. I am doing part-time work by continuing my preparations.
Okay. At present, you are not having any permanent regular
Yes.
job,
Yes, sir.
and you are having some part-time. What
Yes.
type of job? Nature of job?
So it is managing a study house, private study house for
At which place?
in Hyderabad, sir.
In Hyderabad.
Yes, sir.
And this year you appeared for prelims exams
Yes, sir.
and you cleared it.
Yes, sir.
So your mains is going to be held in September.
September, sir.
What will be your optional?
Sociology, sir.
Sociology.
Yes.
And how many times you have appeared for the interview earlier in civil service?
No.
Not. And how many times you cleared prelims?
Including
this one?
Four times.
4 times.
Yes, sir.
And this is first mains or you have appeared for the mains exam?
It is my fourth main, sir.
4th mains
Yes.
and no interview.
Yes, sir.
And this year again you have cleared the prelims and writing mains.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I wish you good luck and my member will interact with you.
Hello, Narendra. Narendra, your address mentions Maduthuru Achyutapuram.
Yes, sir.
Please tell more about it in brief.
So Madhuru is a rural area in Visakhapatnam district, sir. It is once upon a time it is mostly agricultural area, but after establishment of special economic zone in my area, Achyutapuram, it became the real estate.
Okay, so is it related to some personality or what does the name signify?
Specifically, in my area, there is no specific personality in the history. And
With this name?
yes, sir.
Okay. You mentioned you appeared for interview in NABARD.
Yes, sir.
You stay in a rural area.
Yes, sir.
Can you briefly tell what has been NABARD's contribution in rural development?
Yes, sir. Nowadays is providing subsidized loans for the animal husbandry and crop loans related, sir. And nowadays conducting programs like JEVA and SHG promotion activities for.
Okay, so Narendra, we already have the provision of priority sector lending
Yes, sir.
in banks.
Yes, sir.
Don't you think those provisions are sufficient, that we need other banks, other institutions like NABARD as well?
Yes, sir, because NABARD is primarily catering to those areas, whereas coming to other areas, their priority sector lending is only one component of the banks. When coming to the NABARD is specifically focusing on those areas.
No, but priority sector lending, what is the percentage of disbursal of loans under that?
So it is 40%.
40%. So it's a huge number, isn't it?
Yes, sir. But when coming to agriculture, it is only 18%, yes, sir.
Okay. What else do you think the government has institutional mechanisms and bodies, ministries, etc., specifically focused on rural development?
Ministry of Rural Development and the schemes like Gramin Sadak Yojana and SHGs also, self-help groups also mainly focus.
Have you heard about KVIC?
Yes, sir.
Please tell in brief about it.
Khadi Village Industries Commission, sir. It is promoting the rural industries like khadi industries and cottage industries, and it is also promoting the textiles of the rural cottage.
Have you been to a Khadi Gramodyog Bhavan?
No, sir.
Okay. Your hobby is playing and watching cricket.
Yes, sir.
So have you watched the recent India-England T20 series?
I have not watched it, but I followed because I have this interview.
Okay. What is your take on it? Should Virat Kohli continue to be in the T20 team of India?
Sir, I don't think so, sir, because Virat Kohli has definitely contributing to the Team India at greater level, but as everybody faces some difficulties in life, now he is facing the difficulties. But Team India has a good number of players and good number of players waiting for the opportunity. So
But don't you think in the last 1 year, still statistics are in his favor, even if he's not scoring hundreds or big hundreds, but he is the second highest run getter after Rohit Sharma. So do we ignore that fact now?
So yes, I know it, but when coming to the team contribution, his contribution is very low as we seeing in the recent matches.
Okay.
So I think
So according to you, how many series should a senior player be allowed to play if he's not performing?
I don't know any about
In your opinion, I'm asking. If you are the BCCI president or the chairman of the selection committee,
Okay.
how many series will you watch a senior player, to let him see?
At least one 5 or 6 series.
5 or 6 series, okay. So it's been only 1 or 2 for Virat Kohli. So don't you agree that it's too early to put, shackles on him?
I don't say putting shackles. Just I want to say give him some rest so
Okay.
that he can recuperate, because he is continuously playing for the nation since last without any.
Okay, Narendra, so my last question to you shall be, do you think betting in cricket should be legalized now?
Yes, sir. As Lata committee has also suggested, it should be legalized because under the mat it is going on, as everybody knows. So
Can you tell some legalized apps in which you can say that there is betting going on already?
Dream 11 app is there, sir.
And what else?
Fun cricket. Sorry, sir. Exactly, I don't know.
Have you made a team on Dream 11?
Of course, once.
Okay, so what is the risk involved? Suppose, is there any risk also? Would you say someone of 15-16 years of age to get into this?
Yes, sir. Definitely, betting is some kind of gambling. It is like spiral. If we involved deep into that without having some restrictions, it would completely ruin the families also, sir. Because
So you won't suggest a younger sibling to go into Dream 11 and make team,
yes, sir.
but you have done it yourself.
Yes, sir.
Fine. So those were my questions.
So Narendra, tell me, what is your understanding of 10th schedule of the Constitution?
So 10th schedule was introduced in the Constitution by 52nd Amendment Act in 1985.
Mhm.
It is to deal with the horse trading of families, like anti-defection law. It gives some provisions like where the anti-defection law should be implemented, like whenever the party member and legislator violating the rules of the party or going against to the party guidelines, then he should be defected from the
Who is the final authority to decide?
as presiding officer of the house, sir, like in Lok Sabha speaker, in Rajya Sabha chairman. Sir.
So, is there any special provisions for the independent member to defect?
Yes, sir. Independent member can be defected after 6 months. Sorry, sir. I did not able to recollect the exact things.
Okay. So, just tell me, what are the federal characteristics and unitary characteristics in an Indian constitution?
So, federal constitution is the written constitution, and we have bicameral legislature, and 7th schedule is also there, which is distributed powers between center and the state, and independent judiciary, integrated judiciary is there
Mhm.
from Supreme Court to district courts.
So it's a federal or a unitary characteristic?
Sorry, sir, it is a unitary characteristic. Independent nature is a federal character, but as I said, integrated one is the unitary character, sir.
Okay. Any other differences?
And coming to unitary ones, we have single citizenship, and we have the flexibility in our constitution to change it according to the times needed. And all India services is there, emergency provisions.
So it's a unitary or a federal?
What's
All India services?
It is unitary, sir.
Okay.
Appointment of governor is by the center. It is also the unitary feature of the constitution.
Okay. So what is your understanding of Gratuity Act?
Gratuity
So
Act.
if you have to calculate a gratuity of a person, I'm not asking exact numbers, but what are the factors you will key in to get the exact gratuity?
Sir, it is the basic salary, DA, and number of years he is working in that establishment. And
Is it basic salary plus DA? Are you confirmed? Should
Yes.
DA should be put in?
yes, sir, basic salary plus DA.
Okay. And number of years.
Number of years, and each year, for each month, for each year, it is 15 days of his contributions.
So any provisions which the government has recently done in the Gratuity Act?
Yes, sir. Earlier, it is for getting gratuity, the worker needs to work for 5 years. But for working journalist, in the recent code of social security,
Mhm.
the working journalist, so working time has been reduced to 3 years, sir. And there is also a provision for gratuity for.
So why only for generalists, not for other persons or any other formal sector?
Sorry, sir, I don't know.
But are you sure that for generalists it is there?
Yes, sir. It is
Media
for-
persons.
It is 3 years.
Okay. And what about others? Would you like to
For
comment?
fixed term employees,
Mhm.
it is on pro rata basis, but the condition is he has to work for at least 1 year at the employer, sir.
Okay. Okay. So, is there any scheme particularly for interstate migrant workers, or any law or scheme?
Yes, sir. Interstate Migrant Workers Act 1979 is there, sir.
Mhm.
According to that, the state, both the states must register the interstate workers,
Mhm.
as well as the contractor who hire them also needs to get the license from the government.
Okay.
Uh,
So, if it is an interstate, then how? Two governments are into the states. So, government need to, the contractor need to notify which governments?
So earlier the contractor is to notify at the district level, sir.
Mhm.
But according to the recent codes,
Mhm.
it made the all India level, sir.
Okay, my last question, is there any scheme for interstate migrant workers?
So as far as my knowledge, there is one nation, one ration card.
Mhm.
Under PDS, they can
Mhm.
get the ration at their work location of their work, sir.
Okay, so is it for migrant workers or it is in general anyone can do?
It is in general, sir, but it is also carried into the needs of migrants.
So,
Okay. So Narendra, can you tell me GI tags of the Visakhapatnam?
Yes, sir. Arku Valley Arabica coffee, and I remember only one thing, sir.
Okay. So what other types of coffees we produce in Andhra Pradesh or the southern area?
Robusta coffee is there, Arabica, and
What is the difference between them?
Arabica coffee has a good aroma, or it has good export value, sir. Whereas Robusta, it is normal type of coffee.
So by the proportion, which coffee is produced more?
Sorry, sir, I don't know exactly.
Okay. Can you tell me which PF office is nearest to your place?
Vishakhapatnam, sir.
How big is this office? Is it district office or regional office?
It is. Sorry, sir, I don't know exactly, but I think it is district office.
Okay. What kind of industries are prevalent in your area?
So it is pharmaceutical industries and textile industries, and Vizag steel plant, iron and steel plant, and Vishakhapatnam shipyard limited is also there.
Okay. So do you think any industry is there which is not covered in the EPFO? Maybe covered.
I don't know exactly, sir.
Okay. Okay. Can you tell me a few schemes about unorganized sector workers?
Yes, sir. Prime Minister's Shram Yogi Mandhan Yojana, Atal Pension Yojana, and though it is general, but mostly for the unorganized sector like Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana.
Okay. So which scheme is best as per your opinion for a worker?
For workers, sir.
You know the details of these schemes.
Yes, sir. But, sir, I think Pradhan Mantri Shram Yogi Mandhan is a good one, sir.
How much pension is
3,000 per month.
So tell me, what qualities do you find in yourself which will be useful for this profile?
Sir, I worked in during my college years. I worked in various departmental organizations, sir, as a team lead. Those skills like organizing my team members and leading the team from the front and communicating with the faculty, higher authorities. Those skills may be useful in this organization because it is also dealing with a huge number of population, sir.
Okay. It has been seen that there has been much pressure from the politicians and the businessmen on the enforcement officers during the field visit. So, do you think you can sustain this pressure?
Yes, sir, definitely I can sustain this pressure because I will clearly stated that a rule-bounded person.
Okay. Sir.
Okay, Narendra,
Sir,
please tell 3 flagship programs of your Andhra state government.
sorry, sir, I'm not able to grasp the meaning. 3
3 flagship programs.
flagship programs. Okay, sir, Amavadi scheme for school children.
Mm-hmm.
Raitu Bharosa is there for farmers, and Sonavati zero interest loan for SHG women.
उससे क्या फायदे होंगे? What will be the benefits of to the farmers?
Sir, under the Raitu Bharosa scheme, the state government is providing 13,500 rupees to the farmers. They are digging the farmers who have more than 2 acres of land. The jointly 2 or 3 farmers are jointly come forward to dig a borewell. The government is helping the farmers by digging the borewell and getting the connections.
Okay. Where there in Andhra, Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana is prevalent.
Yes, sir.
Farmers are covered under this.
Yes, sir.
But tell me some salient features of this scheme.
So, Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana is the central sponsor scheme, sir, under which the center and the state both are contributing premium. But in my Andhra Pradesh, in the scheme, the farmers has to contribute some amount, sir. In my Andhra Pradesh, the
Yes.
state government is doing that part, the farmers part is also so. It is catering to the insurance, crop insurance, like whenever the natural calamities like rainfall, huge rainfall, floods, and drought-like conditions happens,
Okay.
the crop loss will be insured by the government, insured by the insurance agencies.
Okay, what is the difference between Kharif and Rabi crop? There is some percentage different
Yes,
in
sir.
what is that?
So Kharif crop is during June to October area, October months. Sir.
Mhm.
It is mostly.
What is the percentage for this Fasal Bima Yojana? I want.
Contributions?
Huh.
For Kharif, it is 1.5. Sorry, sir, I don't know. I'm checking.
And Rabi, the same or different?
Different, sir.
Different. Okay. Why Padyatra is very much famous in politician in Andhra?
So Padayatra, like by meeting people.
It's very popular, no?
Yes, sir.
Every politician
Yes.
go for longer,
Longer
keep on
distance.
walking and miles and miles. Why it is? What is the nature? That I wanted.
Initially, it was a successful formula for the politicians.
Hmm.
By meeting people, they can mobilize the people on their side because always people have some problems.
Hmm.
By doing this padayatras, the leaders assuring that if we came into power, we will solve your problems because I saw the real thing in your problems.
Okay.
I'll definitely work on it.
So it is a very effective in your state.
For getting into power, it is effective.
It is effective. Okay. What do you understand by the word heritage site?
Yes, sir.
And please tell some what heritage site of Andhra Pradesh.
Sir, heritage site is a ancient site, like ancient monuments,
Mhm.
any cultural practice, like any cultural practice or ritual traditions.
Mhm.
In my Andhra Pradesh,
Hmm.
there is UNESCO recognized sites are not
Ah.
there, sir, but there are several heritage sites, like in my Visakhapatnam also. There is Buddhist heritage site called Vajjanakonda,
Hmm.
which is from 5th century
Hmm.
BC.
Hmm.
Lakshmi Narasimha Swami temple.
Lakshmi
Lakshmi Narasimha Swami temple.
in Andhra Pradesh.
Yes, sir. Simhadrabad.
Sorry,
Visakhapatnam.
Visakhapatnam.
Yes, sir.
Some nursing temple also there. Nursing.
Narsim,
You are telling na? What?
Narasimha Swami.
Yes.
Yes.
On some hill.
Yes, sir.
Have you visited?
Yes, sir.
It's very famous.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Please tell what are the coastal conservation measures taken by the state government for the protection and protecting the state from the problems of cyclones and all those things.
Yes, sir. State government is implementing the integrated coastal zone management program of Indian government, sir. We are also constructing rock type settlements to avoid the coastal erosion.
Mhm.
Uh,
I wanted some plantation activities.
yes, sir.
What are those? What are the species they normally go?
Usually casuarina
Casuarina, yes.
species,
Mhm.
and also to avoid exploitation of the fisheries during their breeding season.
Hmm.
The state government is providing fish holidays. During that time, the state government is providing some
Mhm.
financial incentives to the
Hmm.
fishermen.
Have you visited the submarine?
No, sir.
There is one there on the coast of the
Yes, sir. Coast
Visakhapatnam.
of Visakhapatnam, but
I have not visited. It is such an important thing. You should have seen actually,
I
How
have
the-
seen from the outside.
Outside.
But I did
but you have not entered inside.
Yes.
They allow you to enter also.
After paying some fees.
Yeah, certainly
Yes.
there is free fees, but it is really worth watching.
Yes, sir. But
I have not seen it.
I will watch it.
Okay. My last question is, what are the main industries of your state, and what is the potential?
So Visakhapatnam steel plant, iron and steel plant.
Have you visited that plant?
Yes, sir.
What is the name of that plant?
Sales Steel Authority of India Limited,
But the name is there, no?
Ukkunagaram area, Visakhapatnam steel plants.
Mm-hmm.
It is the main economic center for the Gajwaka region, and the entire mandal economy is also depends on that ancillary activities of the Visakhapatnam steel plants.
Steel plant. Rashtriya Ispat Nigam Limited.
Yes, RIN.
Okay. Your formal interview is over now, and you will get the feedback.